Let's be real. So much of our life is online now. And with all that convenience, well, there's always a risk. Cybercriminals are constantly looking for an open door. So today, we're not just going to talk about cyber safety. We're actually going to build your personal digital fortress piece by piece.
So let's start with this. I want you to really honestly think about it for a second. Your passwords, your accounts, your phone, that's your digital front door. How strong is the lock on it? Don't worry, by the end of this, you'll have all the tools you need to make it practically unbreakable.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll talk about the new digital reality we're all living in. Then, we'll get to work building your digital walls. After that, we'll learn how to guard the gates. And finally, we'll cover how to maintain all your hard work.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the new digital reality. Look, every app we download, every account we create, it makes life easier, but it also opens up a new potential doorway for trouble. Understanding this isn't about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. It's just being smart.
All right, now for the fun part. Section 2, building your walls. This is all about laying down those essential foundations, the absolute must-haves that are going to be your first and best line of defense.
The absolute cornerstone of your fortress, it's your password. And this slide really says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got passwords like kittycat1. That's not a wall, that's a welcome mat for hackers, especially when it's reused everywhere. But on the right, now that is a strong wall. Unique, complex, a real headache for anyone trying to get in. If making these up feels like a chore, a password manager is an absolute game changer. That's the goal. Strong, unique passwords for everything.
But you know what? One great wall isn't always enough. That's where two-factor authentication, or 2FA, comes into play. Just think of it like a second lock on your front door. So you put in your password, that's the first key, but then bam, a unique code gets sent to your phone. You're the only one with that second key. Even if a thief steals your password, they're stopped dead in their tracks. Seriously, turn this on everywhere you can.
A fortress with crumbling walls isn't much of a fortress, is it? Well, the digital version of that is running old, outdated software. Hackers are always finding new little cracks to sneak through, and software companies are constantly pushing out updates to patch those holes. So hitting that update button on your phone, your computer, and your apps, it's not an annoying suggestion. It's essential maintenance.
So, our walls are up. Great. Now let's move on to Section 3, guarding your gates. Because a great wall is useless without a smart sentry who can spot trouble coming a mile away. This is all about active defense.
I'm willing to bet this looks familiar. This is a textbook phishing attack. It's designed to do one thing: make you panic. They want you to feel that rush of fear, so you click that link without thinking. But a good guard, a good sentry, knows exactly what to look for.
And here are the dead giveaways. Phishing scams almost always create that fake sense of urgency. They'll ask for sensitive information, and they often come from some weird-looking email address. And you know the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Here's a pro tip. Before you ever click a link in an email, just hover your mouse over it. You'll see the real web address it's trying to send you to. The most important thing is just to pause and think before you click.
And here is an unbreakable golden rule. Please burn this into your memory. Your bank, or any legit company for that matter, will never, ever, ever call you or email you and ask for your password or that one-time code. No excuses, no exceptions. If someone asks for it, you hang up, you delete the email, it's a scam. Period.
Okay, heading into the home stretch with our final section, maintaining your defenses. Because building a fortress is one thing, but it requires constant upkeep. So let's talk about the simple habits that will keep your fortress strong day in and day out.
This checklist right here covers the big ones. Keep an eye on your bank accounts. Back up your important files. You'll thank yourself later. And please be so careful on public Wi-Fi. Using the free internet at a coffee shop to do your banking is like shouting your bank details in a crowded room. It's just not safe. And finally, share what you know with your family and friends. The more people who are aware, the safer everyone is.
So what if the worst-case scenario happens? What if you do get hacked? Okay, first things first, take a breath. Do not panic. A clear head is your best tool. The very next thing you do is start changing passwords on your most important accounts. Email first, then banking. Then, once the immediate threat is contained, report it. Let the proper authorities know what happened.
This quote really just nails it, doesn't it? In the world we live in today, being safe online isn't just a nice to have, it's a fundamental life skill. It's like looking both ways before you cross the street.
By just staying aware and using these simple tools, you can protect yourself from almost all the threats out there.
So I'm going to leave you with this final question. Don't feel like you have to go and do everything all at once. That's overwhelming. Just pick one thing from our talk today. Just one. Are you going to go update that terrible password you use for everything? Are you finally going to turn on two-factor authentication on your Instagram? What is the one wall you're going to make stronger? Right now, today.